Today, I want to talk to my fellow product-based business owners about how to prepare for the next year. We are getting through a busy season right now of holiday sales and Black Friday and all of the things. And on top of all of that, it can be hard to think about the future and planning for another year, but doing so will set yourself up for success. So today, I want to talk about 4 different things to do now to help set yourself up for the new year. The first one is going to be making a clear plan and setting your goals for the year. I like to take this time to look over what I've done in the past year. What were my highest sales months? What were my lowest sales months? What did I do in those high months that created those higher sales? Same with growth, with my social media growth or my email growth. What did I do in certain weeks where I had an increase in the number of new subscribers or new followers or whatever it may be to help me plan for next year's growth as well? The other thing that I love to do is look at my calendar for the whole year and put in my breaks and my vacations early. This is something that I didn't used to do, and I would go through the year and wonder, when was I supposed to take a break? Whereas if we build our calendar around those breaks, it's better for our health in general and our relationships and being able to step away and have time to think outside of just constantly working. So open up your calendar and also plan in some well-deserved breaks as well. Similarly to planning and blocking your calendar, I also want you to think ahead and prepare for any launches or campaigns or sales you'll be running in the new year. This is something else that I used to never really plan ahead for, and I would end up scrambling to get my launch together. All my launch assets, my social media posts, my emails, setting up the sales page for the sale, and making sure that my audience is actually ready to go as well. So taking the time to really prepare that launch, and I'm preparing for a launch months in advance. So say that I have a book launch in October. Well, starting in March or April, or even earlier sometimes, I am really preparing that content that's going to be sent over the next 6 months leading up to this launch, getting my audience ready to go, getting them excited about this new product launch. Of course, your window might be a little bit shorter for product-based businesses that release products more often than that. You'll probably have a shorter launch window. But my point is, you want to set aside time on your calendar and make sure your audience knows about it. Give them time to warm up to the product, to learn about it, to learn about why it's important that you created it, and how it's going to benefit their life. And so I mark off my launches on my calendar, and then I typically will also put a break after that because launches can be really high energy and require a lot from me. So I'll book in a break or a little trip or vacation for a few days after that launch as well. All right, the next thing to get prepared for the new year is going to be email marketing and potentially thinking about SMS marketing as well. We've talked about the importance of email marketing on this channel, so I'm not going to repeat myself, but I do believe that it is one of the best ways and best ROI ways to get in front of our customers, especially those loyal customers, and really build that strong customer relationship. And SMS is also something that I'm thinking about introducing in the new year as well, because it's a way to not only reach your customer directly on their phone through text messages, but it feels a little bit more personal than the inbox may be feeling as well. And for me, email marketing will continue to be a non-negotiable recommendation for anyone who wants to grow their business this year, next year, and beyond. Whether you're new to email marketing or a pro who's not using it as effectively as they could be, you need a powerful and intuitive email service provider, which is where the sponsor of today's video, OmniSend, comes in. In addition to their beautiful landing pages, multi-step forms, and pop-ups to collect email addresses, plus pre-built automations to help you welcome your subscribers and get sales while you sleep, OmniSend also offers SMS messaging, something that I'm particularly interested in trying soon. You can text customers around the world and deliver them automated sales or birthday coupons for that extra personal touch that really goes a long way in this very automated world. Email marketing doesn't have to break the bank either. For matching features, global SMS, and better support, you'll pay less with OmniSend compared to other top e-commerce ESPs. OmniSend is trusted by over 150,000 businesses and rated 4.7 stars, and they're offering my viewers 30% off for the first 3 months using code SHELBY30. Click the link in the description box or scan the QR code to get started. And thank you so much again to OmniSend for sponsoring today's video. Now we've planned ahead for our business, our vacations, our well-deserved time off, and our launches. And with those launches, I also want you to build in focused time to grow your email list, grow your social media audience, in preparation for that launch. We can launch to the same audience every single time and have customers who are going to buy from us again and again and again. But the way to always make our launches bigger is by growing our audience between new product releases. So in between those releases, we should be focusing on how can I create a lead magnet that's going to bring in new aligned people that are going to be perfect for this new product? Or how can I create social media content that is going to get me visible and reach beyond my current followers to non-followers, to people who are going to be a great fit for this product? When we combine all of this planning with setting your clear goals for the year, with creating your launch calendar, with booking in breaks, and also planning ahead for how you're going to grow your audience in between launches, you're going to be set up for a year that there is less scrambling for and less last minute decision making and putting things together, and way more preparation for a successful year. Once I started doing this for myself, my business honestly really changed and has felt way more manageable and something that I can truly do and stick to and have a successful launch without a big team behind me as well. We also talked about how to look over your year at those high months, those high growth months, those high sales months, but I actually also want you to look at those lower months too and ask yourself, what did you do during those months and how can we avoid lulls like that again? So for example, there was a month this year that there was a big lull for me. There was a dip in my revenue and I had to really investigate to figure out why this was, because I was still showing up on social media. I did email marketing less, so that was one piece of it. And then I also noticed that my ad cost had risen for that month. So I think there was just something going on that month where my audience was more offline. There just weren't as many people to reach. And so for next year, I've already blocked off that month in my calendar and put some notes in my calendar to remind myself, hey, last year you saw a dip during this month. What can we do to step up our visibility this month? So I'm already planning some collaborations for that month and testing new ads that month. I'll probably post a little bit more frequently on social media or send out some extra emails that month to see if I can make up for that. And so that can be really helpful just to see those trends of, oh, the last 2 years, February has been really low for me. Maybe this is a trend in my audience, or maybe for some reason I've been pulling back in February and not going as strong as I did maybe in January, where it's a new year and I'm very excited and I'm really showing up with a lot of energy. So these are also just trends to be aware of and keep in mind as you plan out your year. And if you are a part of my marketing community, the Creatives Content Club, we are having a December planning party this year that I hope to see you at, where we will be going through some of these different activities and planning out our year, plus a few others that I've introduced this year in my own business that I've really loved. So I hope to see you there. If you're not a club member, you can join the waitlist at marketingbyshelby.com/club, or it will be linked in my description as well. And speaking of focusing on email marketing and list growth, I will have my freebies page linked in the description of this episode as well, so you can get your hands on a free resource to help you with marketing and growing your business, while also getting on my email list, where I'm very, very excited for November because I have lots of fun things planned for you. So you'll definitely want to be on my email list so you don't miss it. All right, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to OmniSend for sponsoring the video. I'll have their information linked in the description as well. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.